the 80th birthday celebration of literary luminary, that's Dr Sindiwe Magona, Amazwi, is returning to Gungululu in Tsolo. The event will be hosted by Amazwi South African Museum of Literature for 2-day festivities. Joining us is Dr Magona, who is an author as well. Dr Magona, a pleasure to have you on the program this afternoon. Now, as the Amazwi South African Museum of Literature really celebrates your birthday in an extravaganza of sorts, how does it feel to return to Tsolo, where your literary journey really began?
I was thrilled, excited, and really mindful of the honor. Because that's where my roots are. As we say in my language, isiXhosa, that's where my umbilical cord is buried. That's where I was born. For me to take what Amazwi has done for me and show it to the children who look like me when I was a child, so that they can see themselves in someone called an author. For me, it was an honor and a blessing. Not just for the kids, not just for the children, but for me too.
You sound very passionate about children or young people. And this 2-day literary fiesta, if you will, involves engaging with young minds from primary and secondary schools as well. What message, or even a message of inspiration, would you like to impart to these students through your work and storytelling as well?
The main one is that everyone must embrace themselves, who they are. Because one's body, one's self, is the best thing one has. To embrace yourself is to acknowledge the fact that you are everything you were meant to be when you were created. And therefore, what you need to do is to mind this body. And the body isn't just the skeleton and the flesh, it's the things inside, including the brain. And as we grow, everything grows. We are born with all we need to be the best we can be. Yes, the best varies because we are not the same. Each human being is unique. Embrace yourself and grow yourself. You have the ability to be the best. Use it, use it, use it. And to the young people, I said, especially the teens, I say, when you're a child, you want to grow, you want to walk, you want to talk. Don't stop growing. As a teen, you have 7 years to prepare for the rest of your life. To prepare those teen years are years where you stop and plan. Where do I want to be when I'm 19, when I leave 19, the teens, and get to be 20, grown and adult? Who do I want to be? Use these 7 years. Each year, take a step towards that ideal you want to be.
Dr. Magona, your latest children's book, Kumbelele, will be highlighted during the celebration. What inspired you to delve into children's literature, and what message do you aim to convey to young readers through this work?
We are born with words. We learn when we are in our mother's tummies. We know the words. And when we get to be babies in the outside world, we are told stories traditionally. The idea is that we shouldn't lose that tradition of reading to the children, telling stories to the children continuously, almost on a daily basis. I look at these games and stories of my childhood, and I realize those people we thought we labeled red, illiterate, unschooled, must have had innate knowledge of how to raise young people, how to raise the child. Because I look at the stories of my littlehood when I was really, before I started school, such as Umbelele. Umbelele is a game played by children with grown-ups or alone. But the children are taught from little, 2 years, 3 years, how to know and accept and acknowledge otherness. Your body, another person's body. You may touch with permission. When they say, shoo, it means you touch wrongly. You pinch too much. You stop immediately. Those boundaries are taught in children before they go to school. How we have to deal with gender-based violence when someone, even a partner or a spouse, when someone says no. No to my body is no to my body. Stop means stop. Simple as that. But that's a story. That's something you learn as a child through tumbelele, tumbelele, tumbel. You know, those are the things that make me think we owe the young a lot. The lessons are there. They were taught to us. We must pass them on.
It's really fascinating.
But the passing on of knowledge or stories or anything means listening to one another. The elderly, such as I am, must listen to the young. Because times have brought changes. We have to acknowledge that. I have to listen and hear what they are saying. Then, hopefully, they listen to what I'm... Only with mutual, acknowledgement and respect and understanding, we will listen to one another and learn from one another and grow. I am growing. I learn from the young, and hopefully they can learn from, something from what I do or say.
Speaking about that, the creative writing mini workshops also aim to spark young imaginations in response to your legacy. How important is it for you, for young individuals to engage in this creative writing? And what advice do you have for aspiring young writers?
As soon as you have an idea you want to write, sit down and write. There is nothing magical about writing. It's work, work, work. It's hard, hard, hard. And it's unfathomable. You can't predict what will happen. You have an idea and you think, oh, this story is about so-and-so and such, and it will end up this way. Right.
Yeah.
After some time, you get lost in the telling of the story. And at the end, you look back and you think, how did this happen? How did that happen? The story has a mind of its own. The characters take over. As long as you keep to the storyline. You want to tell a story about a good father. What did he do? Why do you label him good? How is he different to the other fathers you have portrayed as not good? Tell your story.
Fascinating. So as
everyone actually can write, because nobody is without story.
Yeah.
We all have stories to tell. The difference between those who would have been but never will be storytellers or story writers is the determination to do it. Like everything in life. You want something, be determined enough to do it. And have a schedule. Say, this is what I'll do per week, this is what I'll do per day, and then do it.
That's the literary giant, Dr. Magona, sharing with us some pearls of wisdom as we conclude this insightful conversation with Dr. Sindiwe Magona. We really extend our heartfelt gratitude for sharing your wisdom, experience, and the vibrant celebration of her 80th birthday with us.